It is gripping the country, and officials say it is driven by climate change. Now the White House is facing mounting pressure to act. ABC's Morgan Norwood has more.
The latest heat wave to hit the U.S. showing no mercy. More than 100 million Americans now under heat advisories and alerts. The extreme weather already turning deadly. Authorities have killed soldiers who were hit by lightning at Fort Gordon in Georgia. One of them died from their injuries from the storm that officials say spawned during the extreme heat. As the heat wave tightens its grip across the country, advocates are warning Americans of the risk of storm sharing. In the Southwest, scientists believe the worst drought in 12 centuries is now underway. These new satellite images show the rapidly decreasing water levels in Lake Mead, which provides water to 25 million people.
Right now, those outflows are exceeding the inflows, and the lake levels are going down, just like your bank account would decrease.
According to the latest data from NOAA, average temperatures in the U.S. have increased over 100 since 700 Los Angeles by 3.4 degrees, Miami by 2.4, and New York by 3.2. With experts banning the rising heat on climate change driven by the burning of fossil fuels and human activity, President Biden announced new executive actions to address global warming, including $2.1 billion for stronger infrastructure to adapt to climate change.
I can do more. It would not be complicated on that.
And climate change activists say Biden's plan may not be enough as he faces opposition in Congress. The president says he's considering a national emergency declaration to unlock more resources to address the issue. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Shalom, give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yoshua Bashem Rakakadash. That was relating to articles relating to talking about climate change, the intensive heat that's moving across the country in the United States, and also talking about Lake Mead as the water levels that keep receding and getting lower and lower. I'm gonna get some scriptures real quick. To fire, and that fire relates to the heat. Hebrews 12:9. For God is a consuming fire. For our God is a consuming fire. So that's a literal fire, man. Hebrews 12:29. For our God is a consuming fire, so He is a fire, man, a consuming fire. Luke 12:49. I come to send fire on earth, and what will I, if it already be kindled? So the fire is being set on earth. The heat is being set forth, man. You know, so the Lord is sending this stuff on there. Different things are going to happen. Heat wave, droughts, famines, pestilence, different things are going to happen, man. So the heat's being sent. The fire is being set forth, man. You're seeing that across this country. I believe other countries, UK, experiencing Great Britain was experiencing record heat levels as well, man. So the Lord is bringing that heat upon the earth, man. That's Luke 12:49. Let's go to Amos 1:10. This relates to Israel's neighboring nations, what's happening to them. But I will send a fire on the wall of Tyrus, which shall devour the palaces thereof. So the fire is going to be, so fires were set upon them. That relates to the judgment upon Israel's neighboring nations relating to that chapter. And you've seen a lot of things get burnt, forest fires, a lot of buildings getting burnt, processing plants getting burnt, different other strange fires that happen in pretty much strange places, man. For example, the food processing plants, all these things are meticulously happening, man. You know. Let's go to let's continue on. It's going to be it's not going to be a long one. Let's go to Isaiah 29. There was lightning that struck at Fort Gordon, which is, I believe, Army base in Georgia. 1 killed and 9 injured. So a lot of things are happening, man. Scripture talks about the Lord is beginning to visit the earth which He has made, man. So that was a report off of that, and I've seen it off some articles earlier today. Not only saw lightning, so we'll get that. Hold on, let's get that real quick. Isaiah 29:6, man. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts, which is an army which hosts with thunder. With thunder is lightning, earthquakes. You're seeing earthquakes happen all over the world. And great noise, because with the thunder and lightning is great noise. With storms, tempest, and flames of devouring fire. So you seeing fires. You see that, for example, this heat's been pulverizing here in America, man. Across the country, from the west coast to the east coast, from the east coast to the west, and all points center. So the Lord is visiting with different types of calamities. Let's get 2nd Ezra 8:50. I'll get it. For many great miseries shall be done in the latter times. We're in the latter times, so many great miseries are being done. You know, in the latter times, because what? Of pride, man. the people, the majority of the population, the prideful state, spiritual state of the people, man. Let me get 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. That's why you're seeing the Lord beginning to visit the earth which he has made, man. 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter times. The latter times is now. 2 Timothy 3 and 1, and knowing this, that perilous times shall come, and in the latter days perilous times shall come. I'll get it, Shalak. But perilous times will come in the latter times, man. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, man. So you're seeing all these different strange happenings upon the earth, man. We get 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Perilous times goes to bad times, man. We in perilous times now. You seeing things of many perils happen on earth, man. So that we in those times, man. Get 2nd Ezra 9. Second Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou time diligently in itself. So how we measuring it? Using the scriptures, correlating it what's going on in society. And when thou seest the parts of the signs past, which I had told thee before. So these things were spoken a very long time ago, since the beginning, man. 9 and 2. Then shalt thou understand it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he has made. And the Lord is beginning to visit the world which he has made. By calamities, miseries, and different things he's allowing to manifest on the earth, man. Also fearful sights and great signs from the heavens, man. So the Lord is allowing these things to be a manifestation on earth, man. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, so you're seeing earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, all over the world, this country, all over, man. Civil unrest, protests over different things. It's now they saying the president has contracted, tested positive for number 19. So so a lot of things are happening. You know what I mean? Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and that's that unrest. Think not that I come to send peace, I tell you nay, but rather division, man. So that spirit of division is being set forth. That's Luke 12 and 51. Let's go to number 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before. So he spake of those things through the prophets, man. Jeremiah 28 and 8, they always spoke about pestilence, war, relating to kingdoms that they were preaching and prophesizing of things to come. Prophet is pretty much a seer to say beforehand, before these things would come to pass. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So these things were spoken from the beginning, that at a certain point in time, and a time pointed, that certain things will begin to manifest on earth, man. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, because there's a beginning, there's also an end. There's also inception, which is the pretty much the beginning process, and also to the end of that, man. And the end is manifest. Now the end relates to the latter times, so the end is beginning to manifest, man. You know, the inception would be that creating point, man. Creating point of development, man. So that's the beginning. Eventually, it has an end, man, and the end is beginning to manifest, man. Talking about Job 14:5. Let me see. Let me just get it real quick. Seeing his days are determined. So days of what? His rulership. And the number of this month are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds which he cannot pass. So he's not going to go beyond a certain boundary point, man. So he's limited on a certain how far he can go, and also relating to his rulership, man. So he has a beginning point and also an end point to when everything's going to end regarding time and rulership. For 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world and Jacob's the beginning that follows. So eventually it's going to be it's going to be an end of a time period, an age of a time period where a new one can begin, man. Let's go back to Job again. Shalak, go back to 2nd Ezra 9, 4, 2. Okay, number 4. And number 5. We go to number 5. Number 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning, and the end, and the end, and the end is manifest. Number 6. Even so the times also the highest have plain in wonders and powerful works and effects and signs. So the effects and signs and wonders happen upon the earth, man. So it's a point in time and season when the Lord is beginning to do certain things, man. Ultimately, before the coming of His Son Yahushua that He'll send, man. So you're seeing different things happen upon the earth, man. Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Hearing of wars and rumors of wars, man. These are all the signs of beginnings of sorrows. Matthew 24:6-8, man. So that being said, this is something short. I'll give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yoshua Bashem Rakakadash. Hope it helps his brother Zayab. Hope it helps. Shalom. Thanks.